actually explained why I needed that generator. However, I mean, if I can even write a letter deciding that I'm quitting my job, how about returning a generator? So, Mr. Kamadi, after this meeting, please recover the generator from my home. Decision to close any and every case which was closed ever since I took oath as a chairperson.
Leave alone the closure. Are you also taking responsibility of any wrongful procedure used?
I do take that responsibility, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So I think she has. I think now you in this way.
And you gave me the copy of the audit report, but now the clerk is misbehaving before you by not giving me what that lady.
Okay, let me assist you here. Part of the submission from the lady was verbal for those who attended. We captured on record. So it is within the minutes.
Mr. Chair,
wait,
we can transcribe.
Well, and at this level, we don't share because we are generating a report. There are some of these interfaces which are recorded exclusively by the clerk. But for the attachments, the documents she referred to, you can come as I view you witness them with the clerk. He has a big
Chair, I'm going to seek for permission that for today, very painful, I'm going to excuse myself from this committee as we proceed. Otherwise,
so
because me as a member who has benefits of this committee under your powers, I don't want to be seen trying to oppose my chair.
Honorable Sewungu,
and
the clerk cannot print for you minutes of a meeting which is ongoing. Maybe for guidance.
There is nobody to appear here. Okay, in whatever form she appeared, members can gain the benefit of what she brought. Even those being accused by the other person. They get copies.
Honorable Sewungu, speak for yourself.
I'm not speaking, but
don't speak for
myself.
The witnesses. And by the way, I got a testimony from more than 4 members claiming that they are receiving concerning calls to come and disorganize this meeting. And if they volunteer, but at least we kept
that can't be Mr. Chairman. That can't be me.
I don't want to assume.
That can't be Mr. Joseph Gonzaga.
So for those who came and reported, we are going to insist that the meeting and the witnesses and evidence of the committee is protected. You are permitted to come to the clerk as we view and cross-check.
The clerk has to come to me.
But in terms of the submissions that were given, the clerk has not yet been permitted to share. Our guests. Clerk.
For the welfare of society and the just government of humanity, we beseech you to look upon with your abundant favor.
Ssentebe w'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu asookedde ddala okuyitibwa okulabikako mu kakiiko ka Kosase. Omulundi ogwasooka okuyitibwa mu kakiiko ka Kosase gwali mu akakiiko aka palamenti oba 11th palamenti ewedde etali eno. Akakiiko ako aka Kosase ebiseera ebyo kaali kakulirwa ow'ekitiibwa Medad Lubega Segona. Naye okulabikako mu kakiiko ako kiki lwaki gwe gwali omulundi gwange ogwasookera ddala okulabikako mu kakiiko ako. Naye sijja kugenda mu bingi nti oba bampita mu mwoyo mubi, naye nkimanyi nti kyali kyakazuulibwa nti waaliwo information eyali eweereddwa omukulembeze w'eggwanga nga yekussa ku abamu ku babaka ba palamenti. Kye nayitamu bwe bampita mu kakiiko k'ow'ekitiibwa Segona kankiyite public lynching oba mu Luganda mujja kunsonyiwa Oluganda olulimi lwange oba olw'okusatu oba olwokuna sirumanyi bulungi. Kaakati nalabiseeko neera na wano. Kaakati wambuuziza nti obiraba otya ebibaddewo. bakampita kati omulundu gwange ogwokuna okulabika mu kakiiko kano. Mwawulidde ow'ekitiibwa ssentebe w'akakiiko kano agamba nti tetunnamala naawe ssaawa yonna tuyinza okuyita n'okomawo. So katulabe bano ba honorable members abatukiikirira ffe twabalonda buli kye bakola nti twala nti bakikola mu mwoyo omulungi. Kaakati ekyo ekibuuzo nze ku lwange kiba kizibu okiddamu, naye mu bumpi tulinde ebinaava mu ripooti y'akakiiko. Ngambye nti kaakati okay, engeri gye nayisibwamu bwe nalabika mu kakiiko k'owekitiibwa Sseggona yali si ya bulijjo, ndowooza nkikomyawo bwe ntyo.
Bino weeyogeredde n'ogamba nti byonna ebibaddewo ku nsonga y'okutuuza kundeeza oba olina okutuuza ddala eri abantu abalina eddembe bimulugunya
kooti zaffe
balire ku gwe byagenda obulungi n'ebigenda.
Kaakati ngambye nti nze nga ssentebe w'akakiiko kano ate nze nga akulira kooti eyo bw'eba etudde ntwala obuvunaanyizibwa ku misango gyonna egyagobebwa, egyagalwawo n'egyo egyakirizibwa. Kyesimanyi lwaki kati mwe muli b'amawulire oluusi tubayita mu kooti zaffe ezo ne mutuulamu. Mumanyi nti waliwo emisango gye tuzze tukkiriza mu mateeka kye tuyita upholding a case, ne tulagira ne gavumenti eriyirire abo abaakosebwa ba victims. Egyo emisango gye giri, naye ekineewunyisa nti teri agyogerako. Kyowulira kimu kyokka, adibaganyiza emirimu, agoba emisango, naye ate waliwo emisango mingi gye tuzze tukkiriza. Naye n'ekirala ekineewunyisa, courts of judicature nga bwe tuziyita, kooti zino nga Human Rights Commission tenatondebwa nawo, kooti zino ezibaddewo nze ndi munnamateeka ndi pulida nga sinagenda mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu, nali ngenda mu zikooti okuwolereza abantu emisango mingi egigobebwa buli lunaku nga kooti zigoba emisango egyo. Bwe nali nkolanga pulida in private practice nali mpolereza abantu bangi. Actually obukugu bwange obusinga bwali mu misango egy'ettaka n'emisango egyanagomola, criminal cases. Emyaka 3 gye namala nga ndi pulida eyeekozesa yekka mu bantu bonna be nawolereza mu misango egyanagomola, omu yekka eyasingisibwa omusango, egisigadde gyonna gyagobebwa. Era n'oyo eyasingisibwa omusango omu oyo bwe nakola apiiru ku kooti eyawaggulu, omusango ogwo gwamugibwako. Obukugu bwange bwali mu criminal cases, naye saalabako oba omulamuzi yenna owa kooti nga bamuyita oba mu parliamentary annyonnyole lwaki agoba emisango. Today tulina abantu abaamibwa beyiro, abamu emisango gyabwe gigobebwa, emisango mingi egikwatagana n'okusaatulula obufumbo, egy'ettaka. Kati baabo tunaatera okuwulira kugenda mu misango gya election petitions egyava mu kulonda, emisango egy'ettaka, adoption cases. Waliwo emisango petitions ezigenda mu kooti ya ssemateeka, constitutional court, egimu gigobebwa, egimu ne bagikkiriza. Naye oba luliba lumu ne ndabako Ssaabalamuzi wa Uganda ng'ayitiddwa mu kakiiko ka Kosasi oba akakiiko konna aka palamenti annyonnyole lwaki kooti zigoba emisango. Ye kati lwaki nze gwe bayita buli olukya okunnyonnyola lwaki tugoba emisango, naye ate ne batayogera ku misango emingi ennyo gye tuze tukkiriza. Singa kyali kituufu nti buli musango gwe batuleetera tugoba mugobe, singa abantu bannansi ba Uganda tebakyaleeta kwemulugunya kwabwe eriffe, naye bamanyi nti waliwo emisango gye tugoba ne gye tukkiriza. Naye nga tugigoba tutya? okusalawo ku musango gwonna weesigama ku bintu ebyo bibiri: obujulizi obuleeteddwa n'amateeka. Naye ate ssemateeka agamba oyo yenna anaaba tamatidde n'ensala y'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu wadembe okujulirawa mu high court. So lwaki abawulira nti si bamativu n'ensalawo oba ya chairperson biki, lwaki bo tebagendako mu high court? Eteeka terigamba nti atamatidde n'okusalawo kwa kooti y'eddembe ly'obuntu ajulira mu palamenti oba ajulire wa kaliisoliiso.
This land. Let your blessing descend upon them here assembled, and grant that they may, as...
My name is Muwadda Nkunyenji, Chairperson of COSASA.
Colleagues, guests, my name is Martin.
We are interfacing again with Uganda Human Rights Commission. I think this marks our third or fourth interaction. And as you recall, in our last interaction, we had not exhausted some observations within the Auditor General's report, which we shall seek to exhaust today. I trust we still have the responses from. We received one of the witnesses, Ewano Margaret Luce Ejang, who requested to appear and assist the committee. She requested in writing, and we had required that the committee interfaces with the Uganda Human Rights Commission today in the presence of the former accounting officer. And they said the former accounting officer wrote to the committee on 19th of August 2026, citing various reasons, including security concerns, which we processed here as a committee and accorded her a benefit of being on record. We shall accordingly require that those cited in her testimony also assist the committee by offering us their side of the story. We shall summarize what we recorded for your appropriate response, so that we accord you a benefit of substantiating or whatever was stated. And fortunately, most of our submissions were with accompanying documentation. So as you substantiate, you are free to refer to any other document you also may wish to rely on. We are still considering the 2024-2025 Auditor General's report. And I would have wished to start with the remaining part of the Auditor General's report. But again, I need to erase and clear the record of whatever has been submitted. So I want to do a cross-check. We were supposed to interface today, clerk. One of the witnesses for today was the former accounting officer. I think I've clarified that she appeared on Friday. We have her request letter and evidence on record. Who else did we seek to interface with? If I may cross-check my records, do you have Dennis Kaketo? Dennis Kaketo.
Yes. I am available.
Dennis Kaketo. Where is Pauline Nansamba? Nansamba.
Chair, I'm here.
Who is Doreen Nabata? Doreen Nabata. Then Clark, do you have anyone?
Honorable Chair, we have one Mukasa.
Mukasa. Who is Mr. Mukasa? Mukasa who?
Honorable Chair, I'm Charles Mukasa.
You serve as who?
I'm the Commission Planner, Honorable.
Since when?
Honorable Chair, since August 2010.
Since August 2010. Okay. I want to clear this from our way. Now, from the testimony, so before, let's start with clearing this, then we shall go to the audit report and also clear the remaining part, and then we shall see how to move as a committee thereafter. I hope all the commissioners are present. Of course, we need an update also on your. We advise that where possible you move towards reconciliation. Maybe before you go into the substance, it will be prudent that you give us that update at whatever level it may be. Should I start with the commissioners or the Madam Chairperson? Madam Chairperson, any update on the attempts to reconcile as a commission?
May it please, Chairman, an observation that usually mediations which succeed conducted in private, and so that the rest of the public waits for the white smoke to emerge from the Vatican. Sorry if I sound blasphemous. The rest of the public can get the outcome of the negotiations. I do not find it comfortable, Mr. Chairman, that we discuss the mediation process or the stage at which it is, or even reveal the name of the mediator. I very humbly request that we leave it at that.
Anyway, in your basic update, are you telling us that mediation is ongoing?
The farthest I can go is that the mediation has started and it's ongoing.
Okay. Can we also hear from the commissioners? Because let me first get from the commissioners. You know, we want to be certain that their answer is the same, or they have some reservation.
Mariam Wangadya, for this time for appearing earlier than time required without a summon. And my prayer, Mr. Chair, is if she has read her team here today, definitely would like to know how they are moving, but they have come. Nobody has read them here than that lady, Madam Mariam Wangadya. I would pray that if you take us audits, if you allow, because I fear when we go into the sessional matters and the policy issues.
Now,
then lastly, Chairman, we are requesting, if it is permitted by the clerk, to give us copies of what that lady who came here alone submitted, because we don't have anything. And we need to read through, plus those members who are being accused by her,
I've captured your concern.
so that we get copies. Otherwise,
now you can switch off. As a committee, we at functionality of the commission speaks to accountability. That's why we hear from them, and from their nature and with the background we have, we don't trust one answer. we examine the rest of the answers. So commissioners, just on that.
Thank you very much, Chair. Something going on. So give us a benefit of doubt. Let us leave it at that. We pray it all goes well.
The other commissioner?
Mediation. So I would like to say and add on my voice that it is ongoing, but we should expedite it among ourselves. Thank you.
Yes, the other commissioner?
Are going on. And as our chair has mentioned, at this moment, we kindly request you that at an appropriate time, you will know the outcome. But the truth of the matter, negotiations are underway. Thank you.
Thank you. So the negotiations are on, and actually in a very short time, I think we shall be done.
Okay, the other commissioner?
Chairperson, that we are moving forward in that direction, which we informed the committee about the last time we were here. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, I concur with what the chairperson has said and what the members have alluded to, that the reconciliation process is ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to capture that. And I want now to move to Ms. Pauline Nansamba Mutumba. Please access the microphone. Have you accessed the microphone?
Yes, Chair.
Miss Margaret Luce Ejang informed the committee that she paid the money on your personal account meant for operations of the commission under the office of the chairperson. Is it true?
Without having a specific activity that she made reference to, but
in the year 2024-2025,
there are times when money for activities, specifically for the security team of the chairperson, was paid onto my account because an e-cash system had not yet been developed for that purpose, and any monies I received were passed on to the respective officers and they signed for it.
How did you pass over the money?
In cash, and they signed for it.
By then you are serving as who?
I was serving as personal assistant to the chairperson.
How many times do you remember?
I can't recall offhand, Chair.
You can't recall offhand. So your bank account was with which bank? Which bank?
Housing Finance Bank.
Housing Finance Bank. Can you voluntarily avail a copy, or we demand and process a copy of your bank statement?
Yes, I can avail it.
How much time do you need? For the period covering 2024-2025.
I can avail it. I don't know how long it will take my bank to be able to avail it, but I can make a request and provide it.
If I give you today, so tomorrow you can have a copy?
I don't think tomorrow would be possible. Maybe Thursday. Yes, I have to request
accounting
for
officer.
It.
A minute. Accounting officer. On which account do you pay Ms. Nansamba salary and emoluments?
Honorable Chair, I don't have it off cuff.
And the bank?
I for sure don't have it off cuff. Is this something I can cross-check and get back to the committee?
Have you also paid? What about any other personal assistant?
I only paid Doreen. It's the quarter of the last financial year.
Yes?
I was saying I only paid Miss Doreen Nabate
Yes.
in the last quarter of last financial year.
You are paying for what?
It was an activity to do with stakeholders engagements.
Stakeholders engagement.
Yes, please.
For who?
For the office of the chairperson.
Office or Human Rights Commission?
Office of the chairperson.
Office of the chairperson.
Yes, please.
Who is the chairperson?
The chairperson is Honorable Mariam Wangadya.
Does she have a bank account?
She does.
Do you,
She does.
what do you pay on her personal account?
I pay on her personal account salary and the allowances.
What was unique to pay on a personal assistance account?
The activity that was being conducted is coordinated by the personal assistant. The chairperson does not directly handle day-to-day operations.
Is a personal assistant an office of the commission?
Yes, she is.
What is the mandate?
To run the affairs within the office of the chairperson.
And which activities were you paying?
The activity was stakeholder engagement.
What does it involve?
It involves the chairperson interacting with various stakeholders at strategic level.
So the money is spent on what specifically?
It is spent on refreshments, it is spent on transport refund, it is spent on venue where these engagements take place.
Miss Nansamba, can you update us on your employee?
21, I was headhunted to join to support the office of the chairperson as personal assistant. In 2023, I was promoted to Principal Human Rights Officer, and in 2025, I was promoted to Director Complaints, Investigations and Legal Services, a position I currently hold.
Now, with your professional background, would you conclude that receiving money for the commission on your personal account was right or wrong?
As the accounting officer has stated, there are activities
this was not
for
the
which
accounting. This was not the accounting office.
I'm making reference to his submission that that funds for activities of the office of the chairperson are put on the account of the technical officer in charge of that office. The activity is done and accountability is provided for that.
How did you utilize such funds?
For the specific activity that had been budgeted and planned.
You
for.
use one as an example.
I can use the very example that the accounting officer has used.
Use yours.
Stakeholder engagement. It's one of the major activities of the office of the chairperson.
You could receive like how much?
Depending on the nature of the activity, depending on how many participants.
Use one example of one activity where you received the money.
Chair, without the document, I can't recall it offhand.
You'd withdraw this money from your account.
Yes, I did.
You spent it yourself. You don't know the total, any total you can recall?
No, I can't recall. I can't recall offhand.
You can't recall, and you recall money?
I can't recall offhand. These are activities that happened in 2024. I can't recall offhand.
But this is the audit year we are considering.
Yes, Chair, you've requested for my bank statement. When I provide it, I can address specific amounts I received.
No, let me change the
and
instruction.
What it was
Our
for.
CID, how best can we access, can you avail your bank account to the CID? They process for us the bank statement. And the accounting officer, could you avail the bank, the relevant bank statements of these respective individuals? I mean, the account numbers, according to your records.
I will avail them, Honorable Chair.
I'll avail them to the clerk and to the CID. Let CID process for us the bank statements for 2024 and 2025 for Pauline Nansamba and Doreen. Doreen Nabata. We want the statements. Accounting officer, you must avail because your records must show on which account money is paid.
Chair, like I've stated, that is information I will avail.
Persons and receive their numbers. Because if you had assisted us with the figures, maybe we would move. But now that you can't record the figures, but you concede that money was paid on your account.
Chair. As I've stated, there is money that was received in that financial year in my office, in the office of the chairperson for activities of the office of the chairperson, and that information is on the statement.
Okay, so that is validated. I think the allegation of a Jang that she paid on her personal account is sustained, save for the amounts, which we are yet to verify based on the bank statements. Now, Ms. Doreen Navata.
Yes, please, Chair.
When did you join the commission?
I joined the commission on the 13th of...
Your account, not being your salary or emoluments, but for activities of the office of the chairperson?
Yes, please, Chairperson.
Since when?
It has been paid to me quarterly.
Quarterly.
That means August. Yes.
I'm not
interrupting.
I'm overruling that.
But
Leave
you're
the
not taking
microphone.
the procedure matter.
You proceed and answer.
Yes, please.
Yes, you said from?
I've been receiving money quarterly.
Yes.
That means 4 times since I joined.
4 times?
Yes, please.
Each year 4 times?
Each quarter.
Each financial year?
I've only been here 1 financial year.
One
I joined
financial
in
year?
August 2025.
Okay. In the quarter within 2025, how much did you receive?
In that quarter, I will have to look at. I cannot be exact, Honorable Chairperson, but I know I've been receiving quarterly disbursements.
To your memory, if you can check, refer to your documents.
No, no, these are other documents.
Approximately how much do you recall per quarter?
9 million.
9 million last quarter.
Yes, please.
Was it below or more for those previous quarters?
It was less.
It was less.
Yes, please.
How do you utilize this fund?
We carry out activities. I'll give an example. While in office, we received an email from an institution that the head was exiting the country. So I was instructed, okay, that institution I'll not mention, requested to meet the chairperson courtesy call just to see off that person. So I got the instructions to prepare, and this is the money we use to prepare for such engagements that are impromptu, and this is the money we use, for example, to prepare something small, to engage and probably find a gift for someone like that.
How do you account for it?
We have accountabilities, we have receipts and all that, Honorable Chair.
So what Margaret Young stated that money was paid on your personal account is accepted by you as true?
Yes, and this is the practice I found, that it's paid to me and it's used accordingly, and accountability is submitted as required.
Okay, thank you. For the figures, for the actual figures, we shall get from the statements.
Yes, please. Thank you, Chairperson.
Yes. Now, moving away from that, we are trying to validate the testimony of the former accounting officer. And Madam Chairperson, what is your take? The former accounting officer.
Mr. Chairman, procedure.
What is your procedure?
No, you see, I am a member of parliament from Kalunga County. Interfacing with these people, members have to be available with documents.
You missed maybe our last meeting.
No problem. But
If you miss our last meeting,
I sought for indulgence, Mr. Chair.
contact
Mr. Chairman,
the
give
clerk.
me room to explain myself.
Fold it up through the clerk.
Mr.
Don't disorganize this committee.
No.
No,
It's
I'm
not
ruling
disorganizing.
you out of order. Switch
Mr.
off.
Chair,
No, switch off.
I've not read the point of order.
No. You pass
Can we
through the
be
clerk.
availed with the documents?
Okay, contact the clerk.
We cannot sit here.
The clerk is here.
As members of parliament, and we are not putting.
Yes, Honorable Secretary, what was your matter?
Kindly let us have documents,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Please access the documents from the clerk. Secretary,
No,
Otherwise,
to see how to get that information from particular offices than getting a mic without even first following our members conduct business here. And he's a senior member, he knows it better.
And my seniorities, that's why I'm pushing.
So I've
for my
advised
right.
you, go contact the clerk and access any rule.
You cannot interface with these people and you think you are going to be the one handling the matter alone. You are supposed to chair the committee.
When I rule, you contact the clerk.
Mr. Chair,
No,
I am
Honorable
insisting,
Sewungu,
can you direct the clerk to give members copies of what we are handling? Otherwise, we cannot move like this in this
Honorable
committee.
Sewungu, I don't know what is your interest.
My interest
that
is in having
argument,
what we are questioning.
but we shall not allow you
I
to be
have the
trapped.
report of Dr. General's report.
No, we shall not allow
But
you
I
to
don't
be
have that copy for that lady who was here.
Procedure, Mr. Chairman.
Chair,
Yes,
kindly.
yes,
be fair to
procedure.
us.
Procedure,
Otherwise,
Mr.
we shall be here
Yes,
as if
Hakim.
we are dumb.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think that is a very simple matter. Clerk?
You don't stay on the microphone and say direct. I've already directed. I don't. When I
Let
direct,
the
I don't
clerk
lift.
provide us.
Yeah, that is already cleared. If you want to access through the clerk. That is simple, especially for those who missed this, the flow of witness. So we shall proceed. Yes. So, Madame Doreen, you are going to avail your account number to the clerk and also the CID, so that we can assist you in refreshing yourself and ourselves with the figures. Madam Chairperson, Miss Lucy Ejang, in her testimony, stated that this practice of paying money on your PA's account was illegal, and that she protested that the entire process and exercise. She alluded to frequent messages from yourself. She gave us a number, a phone number. Clerk, do you have the phone number there? (0772). You can record it. 0772 516 840. Is it your number? You'll be on record. Number is your number. Is it on WhatsApp?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Did you communicate with the former accounting officer on WhatsApp several times?
Once in a while, yes.
Once in a while. Now, whereas she revealed several other concerns, she alleged that she only made those payments because she was pressured, but she had stated that she disagreed with the process. Please assist the committee to appreciate this revelation.
Mr. Chairman, you've alluded to my issuing perhaps instructions to the secretary. I'm okay since you've been availed my phone number to make public those messages which I sent to her, which in your view are illegal.
Not the messages.
As far as I'm concerned, I have never issued any such instructions to the accounting officer.
So you have never instructed the accounting officer to pay on the accounts of your personal assistants?
The practice of paying monies for activities on personal accounts of officers is not confined to my personal assistant. The action person who has an activity, who has submitted particulars of the activity, can have money deposited on their accounts. So, for example, maybe a head of a regional office can have money deposited on the account of the office. But when it comes to the actual officers, maybe the investigator who is going to the field to carry out an investigation, or who is going to inspect a prison or a police station, money is sent to the accounts of those officers. As you've heard from Doreen, actually now like this quarter, I think there is no such money which has been allocated to my office, 0 shillings actually. So no money has been sent to her account. She mentioned 9 million shillings sent to her account. And I think the activity she mentioned, among others, I think there was maybe an envoy who was leaving the country, and we hosted her or him, and we thought of a gift, like a plaque or something, and several other activities. Those are the amounts, as you've heard. To me, I think 9 million shillings is a lot of money, but to many other people, maybe it wouldn't be such a controversial sum. So briefly, what I can say is that it is not abnormal. It's not beyond the normal, Mr. Chairman, to have monies deposited on personal accounts of officers. It's not unique to the personal assistant of the chairperson. But I have never issued any illegal order on WhatsApp or whatever to the secretary or former secretary. She or this committee can make public those messages. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I think this is the committee inquiry. We are not into publication, and we are referring to it because the former accounting officer, among others, mentioned, and based on instructions, duress, coercion from you. Now, let me hear from the commissioner. The commissioners, there is an alleged resolution that you passed to pay 5 million to the chairperson, and then 1.2 to all of you as commissioners. Over and above your entitlements, which the accounting officer protested and availed copies of correspondences she wrote to the PSST and Secretary of the Treasury, the advice from Attorney General, all confirming that it was a questionable expenditure, and also dividing up the powers of the accounting officer. I want a response from each on that. What is within your recollection? Yes, Commissioner. Let's start from you.
Yeah, of such monies being paid to me. Maybe I didn't quite get you.
But you are aware of 5 million that was you approved for the chairperson?
Is that a sitting allowance?
You want to call it what?
If it is a sitting allowance, yes, we receive a sitting allowance per commission meeting.
Of 5 million?
No, sir.
Of how much?
1.2.
And for the chairperson?
I'm not aware how much she gets.
Okay.
Yes. What was the other question?
Did you receive any concern or protest from the accounting officer over that figure?
Yes. Actually, on that sitting, you mentioned, was it about when we appointed Pori?
Yes, even for the payment on the PR's account?
I think that one is irregular. It's not a normal thing to do, to pay money on a personal account of... First and foremost, originally, before that budget was moved to the chairperson's office, which is called the stakeholders budget, it used to be done by the accounting officer with the whole commission sitting and being minuted. Later things changed. When those monies moved to the chairperson's office, now it means the chairperson was the one who is in charge. And most of these meetings, we are not invited. Most of those stakeholders meetings, we are not invited as commissioners. So I don't know what takes place there.
So you agree that the payment of these sums on personal accounts of PA was wrong and irregular?
Yes.
And you learned of the concerns and protests by the former accounting officer?
Yes, sir.
What happened thereafter?
There is also the other issue. When we talked with the former accounting officer, he came very many times crying that he is being pushed to pay money is irregular, and she fears for her life that she might face prison. And actually in that commission meeting where we sat to appoint Pauline to give her a second office, 3 of us as commissioners, we also protested. There is also the other issue that we would hold a commission meeting, minutes are made, and after, those minutes are falsified.
And it was part of our revelation.
We would agree on something like, for example, we are here, we agree that this is what we are going to do. It is minuted that Honorable Jacqueline, in her own words, she said A, B, C, D. Then you find that what you said actually was changed by the secretary. Myself, I went there to question why, and she said she is told to, you do this, you do that, being coerced and all that. So I agree, it's true. I met her and on many occasions, and she told me that she's being coerced. So to me, that stakeholders, so-called stakeholders fund, I think it should go back to the whole commission, not only to the chairperson's office, so that she's deciding on it alone as a person. It should be the commission, the whole commission, all of us together.
Let's hear from the second commissioner.
Honorable Chair, I wouldn't like to waste the committee's time. Among this, you have talked about irregular payment to personal accounts. I also say it is irregular. Money should have been paid through an accounting officer and received in cash after being collected. All these accountants are here. That's how they do. When you say it has been a normal practice, I disagree. I'm a second-time commissioner. It has never happened. I've seen it happening in this commission. So, we presented our petition. So I stand by the petition where all those things are. And to a very big extent, I agree with Madam Lucy Ejang.
Yes, Commissioner Smeo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members. as my meeting with you here, members, we submitted the copies of our dossier. All these details are there. So we're just repeating.
Maybe for purposes of record, this is a committee.
Yes, sir.
Your dossier may have lacked evidence. It may just have been a narration. When we receive any document, we interrogate you on it. And this is the moment we are looking at figures, because we are into the audit report, which made equally some of these revelations. We are looking at these particular expenditures. So maybe you can refer to your document, but speak to it and speak to the content
Honorable Chair.
in relation to what we are handling.
Honorable Chair and members, I associate myself with what Honorable Jacket has mentioned, and I'm in agreement with what the former Secretary General, former Secretary to the Commission submitted before this committee. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The other Commissioner? Did it come to your knowledge that money was being paid on the PA's account, and what was your position or take?
The money for stakeholders, we don't see it, Mr. Chairman. So, and we don't know how it is spent, so I didn't even know where it goes. On whose account, I didn't know, because we don't see it. And we are not invited, so I didn't know how it is even used.
Okay. The other Commissioner?
One, we did at a commission meeting consider a request that was put to us by the chair for some honorarium, if I may call it that. And the reason that was presented was that the chairperson, there were 2 points, 2 reasons. One is that the chairperson, by her qualification of appointment, is supposed to be a judge or a person qualified to be a judge. And two, after our tribunal hearings, it is the chairperson who reviews all the records and develops draft decisions, which are then later submitted to us to look at. So in that regard, she had extra work, technical work to do in terms of generating decisions of the tribunal. And then two, yeah, I think I've mentioned that already. About the money is being paid to the personal assistance account, I think that was a technical, it was handled at a technical level at the Secretariat. We did not come to discuss that where monies should be paid. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, the last Commissioner.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Yes, the payment of honoraria to Chairperson, interest, and sitting allowances for Chair and members when we sit for commission meetings. These were collective resolutions of the Commission, and they were not in any way unilateral decisions of individual members of the Commission. Thank you, Chair.
So you are saying that these other commissioners are aware and we are part of the commission meeting, if I want to get a clear position of your submission?
Yes, because we resolved that we should get interest and sitting allowance. They were made, those resolutions were carried in a commission meeting.
Madam Chairperson, in line with this, that is questionable and had legal implication, and that you resorted to duress And then there also another revelation about doctoring of minutes. Just update us. What is your take on that?
Many different questions I'm going to answer. But I'm the third person to chair the Uganda Human Rights Commission since its creation in 1996. I'm the first chairperson ever to be summoned by COSASE or any investigative accountability committee of parliament. And I'll not talk about the timing when all this started. However, on the honoraria you said of 5 million shillings, I think it has been explained. In fact, it's not the chairperson who moved that motion. It was moved by a member of the commission who said that the chairperson chairs all tribunal sessions. The chairperson reviews all the files ahead of hearings.
Yes?
At the conclusion of the hearings, it's the chairperson who reads all the proceedings and draft 0 of the tribunal decisions. And those drafts, soft copies of those drafts are sent to the emails of the members of the different panels. We have 2 panels for tribunals. Each tribunal chaired by the chairperson and 3 members of the commission. It's the chairperson who originates all tribunal decisions and rulings. And some of them can go up to 50 pages plus, depending on how many witnesses have testified, depending on how many exhibits have been tendered. So a member of the commission moved that the chairperson be appreciated for that role.
Which member?
I request not to mention her name, Mr. Chairman. But it was moved by a member of the commission and it was approved by the commission. In fact, it is in that respect that a generator was allocated to me as a backup system for power in case there is no power. At one time, we returned from Moroto for a tribunal session. The following week, we were to appear in a Hoima regional office for another session. I had to write a decision with four complainants, with so many testimonies, so many witnesses, so many exhibits on different violations, torture, personal liberty, and there was no power that evening. I had to improvise with my mobile phone. So that is the extra work of the chairperson. That is the spirit with which it was moved that an honorarium be paid to the chairperson. That is...
Maybe before you conclude, I'm seeing 2 hands.
Chair.
Yes?
Let me shoot the first shot. I begin with the last one. There is no any record from the commission had been bought in their other methods, underhand methods. That's what we made it a complaint. You cannot come to complain of something you have decided on. So we still stand, I still stand, that the generators that were bought and taken to the chairperson and 1 commissioner, we are not totally aware and will not approve them.
They were taken to who?
To their homes.
Their homes?
Yes, it is in our dossier. That's why we're saying everything.
Speak to it. So what was the value of the generators?
Maybe the accounting officer here will answer. They are all here.
But you are taken to who, which home?
To the home of the Honorable Chairperson.
Yes.
Mariam Wangadya.
Yes.
And the home of Honorable Crispin Kahero, of which Honorable Crispin Kahero returned them.
He returned the generator?
The generator, when he told the Committee on Legal and others that when he saw things coming up, he returned. And I don't know why he returned it. It had been passed. So that's a different question.
So it is now with the commission?
I think it should be with the commission. So
now the other commissioner, you saw your hand was up? You? Yes?
It is just him who wanted to clarify on something.
Okay. Yes, Honorable Naki.
Just I wanted to inquire, who approves?
On accountability and allowances, now they are taking us to generator. And one commissioner, the elder, has already said that there are minutes. Maybe Chair wanted to suggest that the secretary to the board or the commission could avail us with the minutes so that you can proceed with matters of accountability. I thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Whose hand was up?
Chair, I had wanted to know from the chairperson, is one of the commissioners whom she can't mention. Could she be herself, maybe? Because we're talking about money, and she said there is a commissioner who brought up the idea that some of this money should be allocated to her honoraria, and she doesn't want to mention, and we're talking about money. So who is that commissioner?
Madam Chairperson, who is the commissioner?
Honorable Chair and members, the Constitution describes members of the Commission. I want to request that member to mention herself because she moved that motion and she made a submission on it and it was upheld. So let me throw this. After all, we are people of integrity. Yeah.
Madam Commissioner, I can see two female commissioners. All of you access the microphone and tell us who.
Mr. Chairman, we were in a commission meeting about a proposal that she has extra work she does that is over and above her usual work. She chairs 2 tribunals and she has other people outside the tribunal who help her up and they need some kind of a token. Given the fact that they help her draft the decisions, do research, help her do research, and then come up with decisions that are emailed on all the emails of the commissioners to add or deduct. And after deliberating, we agreed that let her be given 5 million because it's what she requested net whenever that we have tribunals and decisions are made.
So
she said that she was finding a lot of difficulties to do the extra work and also pay off those researchers without the commission helping her. So she brought a suggestion to the commission and which we didn't object to.
Yes, the other commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, on the issue of the 1.2 of the commissioners, that is gross, and net is 1 million. I would like to bring it to the attention of the honorable members here that commissioners are given fuel of 800,000 per month. That is less than 30,000 per day. And we are expected to work every day. And given the capacity of the vehicles that we are given by the commission, they consume 50,000 per day. So the approved fuel is less than 30,000. So we decided to 30,000 to and fro. So we decided that when we sit, we can get the allowance so that we put more fuel to help us do the commission work, since the accounting officer was always saying that we have a budget constraint all the time. And whenever we could go out on the activities, for example, within Kampala and other areas of Wakiso and so, we had to use that fuel. We are not given any extra fuel or meeting any stakeholders outside Kampala. We can't be given any extra fuel. So when we stopped sitting since March, we've been using our pockets, Mr. Chairman, and that is how the situation is at the commission.
Yes, the other commissioner.
Since we were looking for somebody who moved the motion, I think she was found.
That she has since wrote to the PSST and also the sought opinion of the Attorney General, all confirming that this payment is irregular. Was this brought to your attention?
See that opinion, which says paying the honorarium to the chairperson is irregular. I have never seen it.
What did you see?
If I saw it, I would have told her to stop.
What did you see?
I have never seen it.
There are two issues: the payment of that amount, and there was a secondary issue of dividing the roles of the accounting officer. She alleges that you instructed that her role be divided to two other persons, and that some of the expenditures was actually done by other officers you assigned, not the accounting officer.
I think it had to do with helping her with the writing minutes of the commission meetings, because those minutes at the end of the day are signed by the secretary and the chair. And I think the other role, I don't remember, but eventually that was stopped, and the secretary resumed doing all those roles, including doing the minutes on her own.
Was she involved in spending the 10.4 billion additional funding?
The supplementary budget?
Yes, was she involved?
This one, maybe the accounting officer can talk to that, address that. Briefly, there was a justification for seeking that 10.4 billion. In fact, the immediate former Attorney General, I think, is the one who wrote, did he write to the President? Yes, owing to the gaps we had. And as to how it has been spent, I know that there is 2 billion shillings, which is it MTF, you said? For salary enhancement, 2 billion shillings. It is unspent. The rest, let me request the accounting officer to explain how it was spent.
This accounting officer?
Thank you.
Although she alleged that you forced her into dividing the roles, and you accordingly divided the roles. It's as if you are saying.
Responding to,
it's as if you are saying that you only delegated only the role of being a secretary. Is that your answer?
Writing minutes, and I think doing certain approvals of amounts below a certain figure, which I don't remember off the cuff. However, that was reversed. It was corrected.
So you agree that dividing the roles, as she alleges, was wrong?
I'm aware that in some other institutions, sometimes the role of writing minutes during board meetings or commission meetings can be taken up by the secretary, assisted by another officer.
I mean, in terms of the approvals of those expenditure, you are talking about lower amounts, and do you find it tenable? Why did you reverse it thereafter?
I think when she complained that it was not okay, we reversed it.
Well, Commissioner, you are nodding your head. What is in your knowledge?
Actually, it took 2 sittings. Most of us were not in agreement. The last meeting, I remember the secretary cried throughout that commission meeting. It was so intense. It was forced on her. And it came as a decision predetermined by two, the chairperson and 1 commissioner. It was a really heated.
When you say 1 commissioner, you mention the name so that others
Crispin Kaheru.
So that he gets a right to respond. Yes?
Yes, Honorable Commissioner Crispin Kaheru. That commission meeting was so tough. Some of us, if the minutes can be extracted, you will see that some of us completely refused that we are not going to have other 2 people, because already.
Who are those 2 people?
Director Nansamba and the planner Mukasa. And it is not because that the secretary was unable.
Repeat. You said the two people are who? Director?
Nansamba Pauline
and
planner Charles Mukasa. And it should be on record that actually the secretary was not able to record meetings. That is her role, and which she was doing so perfectly well. So some of us, we didn't get the reason why other directors should come in our commission meetings. It was also illegal, by the way, to come in our commission meeting, because you see, a commission is the chairperson and members and the technical team, the technical person being the secretary. So there is no way you can say that, was she sick not to record minutes? What was wrong with her? So those two people were forced to come in the commission meeting, reason known to the chairperson. So later, when we put our foot down...
No, I mean, are you aware they also got involved in approving some expenditures?
Maybe that was the reason why they were brought in. So on the following commission meeting, we actually refused totally. That's when we said, no, we are not going to have any more commission meeting when we are having two people that are forced on us who are not the secretary. That one should be on record.
Maybe you have over made references to Commissioner Kaheru. Well, please access the microphone. There are two issues they are putting on you, the issue of the generator, now this issue of
the delegation or allocation of roles to different staff members, as has been alleged. When that was moved, I participated in the discussions like all the other members, and we came to a consensus and made a resolution for the delegation. Yes, the meeting was very heated, but I was part of the collective decision making, sir.
Then maybe just to clear it also of the issue of the generator, where did you return it to?
Sir, it was returned to the Uganda Human Rights Commission.
Accounting officer, is it part of the stock you have now?
Yes, Honorable Chair, I can confirm.
What about the one for chairperson? Is still there?
Yes, she continues to use it.
Okay. Mr. Charles Mukasa, where are you? Yes, chairperson?
I think the accounting officer can actually explain why I needed that generator. However, I mean, if I can even write a letter deciding that I'm quitting my job, how about returning a generator? So, Mr. Kamadi, after this meeting, please recover the generator from my home.
Let me go to Mr. Charles Mukasa.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Wanted to retire or resign. So we no longer hold that at her because she never resigned. That is what she told us as per the previous meetings. But why did you even have to take the generator when it was not given to you? And why haven't you been returning it? Even the public came out and talked about this matter. They talked much about it. We were losing much without it. And now you're telling the accounting officer to come and pick it. Why can't you return it as an honorable person?
Yes, Honorable Sarah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Uganda Human Rights Commission. But it is so unfortunate that instead of protecting the human rights of the Ugandans, we are just in these ropes which are being pulled by the administrators of the Human Rights Commission. My concern is about, sorry to call you madam, what is your name?
Nansamba.
Nansamba. Right now, which position are you holding at Uganda Human Rights Commission?
Director, Complaints, Investigations and Legal Services.
How did you join Human Rights Commission?
Maybe to save time, ask your question fully.
That's what I'm asking, Honorable Chair.
She will answer.
No, what I want to know, how did she join Human Rights Commission? Did you join as a director?
No, I did not. And earlier on, Chair, I said that I was headhunted to join as personal assistant to the chairperson.
Okay, my question is, if we have the human resource person with you, my question is, what are the qualifications of the PA, personal assistant, who was headhunted to be brought to the Human Rights Commission? Then how did you elevate to your position today?
I think she will answer. You raise the questions. Let me first speak the questions. Is your question done?
My question is done, but I wanted to know if she was the PA, how did she elevate to that level?
That is, we shall also engage the HR and get the proper records. So let me protect her for now to organize her answer. Yes, Honorable Sewungu.
I am reporting through the clerk as refusing me any document. I am so redundant, and I don't want to see myself as if I'm proceeding under Rule 198 in this committee. Chair.
Okay,
I am sorry.
Let me
I don't
you in this way.
And you gave me the copy of the audit report, but now the clerk is misbehaving before you by not giving me what that lady.
Okay, let me assist you here. Part of the submission from the lady was verbal for those who attended. We captured on record. So it is within the minutes.
Mr. Chair,
wait.
we can transcribe.
Well, and at this level, we don't share because we are generating a report. There are some of these interfaces which are recorded exclusively by the clerk. But for the attachments, the documents she referred to, you can come as I view you witness them with the clerk. He has a big
Chair,
file.
I'm going to seek for permission that for today, very painful, I'm going to excuse myself from this committee as we proceed. Otherwise, because me as a member who has benefits of this committee under your powers, I don't want to be seen trying to oppose my chair.
Honorable Sewungu,
and
the clerk cannot print for you minutes of a meeting which is ongoing. Maybe for guidance.
There is nobody to appear here. Okay, in whatever form she appeared, members can gain benefit of what she brought. Even those being accused by the other person. They get copies.
Honorable Sewungu, speak for yourself.
I'm not speaking, but
don't speak
for
for
myself.
the witnesses. And by the way, I got a testimony from more than 4 members claiming that they are receiving concerning calls to come and disorganize this meeting. And if they volunteer, but at least we kept
that can't be Mr. Chairman. That can't be me.
I don't want to assume.
That
is not
can't
you.
be Mr. Joseph Gonzaga.
So for those who came and reported, we are going to insist that the meeting and the witnesses and evidence of the committee is protected. You are permitted to come to the clerk as we view and cross-check.
The clerk has to come to me.
But in terms of the submissions that were given, the clerk has not yet been permitted to share.
I have some allegation, it's not yet confirmed information, that some members in the commission goes ahead to benefit, can we be protected, Mr. Chairman? That some members, some employees within the commission goes ahead to enjoy benefits which are not entitled to them by their offices. For example, Madam Nansamba goes ahead to travel in business class, yet is not, she's not entitled to benefit traveling in a business class as per her office she's occupying right now. I wanted to confirm with her, is it the right information?
which I have, or it's just an allegation?
Thank you. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Habiara Fort B industrial generators. The extra work that you were doing and the power that you needed in processing it, did you really require an industrial generator? 2, persons of the commission are of high integrity. When it became an issue, Honorable Kaheru, Chairperson Kaheru, Commissioner Kaheru was honorable enough to bring the generator. You being a person of high integrity, why can't you return the generator to the commission and you maintain your integrity? Thank you.
Where somebody is supposed to spend in a particular position before moving to the next position, unless maybe there are exceptional circumstances, maybe you have performed so excellently that they cannot wait. So I want to understand whether that promotion was in line with the public service rules. Then another issue is on the pre-qualification of service providers, because I've seen cases where you are saying you deposit money on staff accounts, then they pay maybe hotels where you are holding the meetings with stakeholders. Don't you have like a list of pre-qualified service providers where you already have the bank, you have done due diligence on them, you have bank accounts, and then the payments go directly to service providers? Do you need to first give somebody, then they take in cash? Or you could transfer directly from the account of the commission to service providers?
Thank you. Yes, Honorable.
I wanted to learn from the procurement officer. Are you familiar with the generator story? And it again speaks to the leadership. If like there is a lot of money languishing around, pick by this, pick that, is equally again the resignation inspired by a lot of what you want to leave behind, the sort of chaos we're seeing. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. One is that following the communication with interface with the former secretary, she indicated that they want to hear from the officers. Now also too is that the additional 10.4 billion was made for some activities, including the tribunal sitting and conferences. But from the previous interface, some commissioners indicated that they had not had such tribunals and what. So I want to again clear that. Then when it comes to more information from the secretary, former secretary, she told us that the entity has been in the hands of 3 officers. The planner had become an administrator, is one of them, is the one called Mr. Mukasa. Then the Madam Nasamba, and I think Chairperson, that the commission was sitting on your heads. We want to get clarification from you. Then finally, for us, when you are here, when you are there to fight for people against inflicting on their rights, but you yourselves within the entity, you inflict on others' rights, what should the public expect from you? Thank you, Sir Chairman.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda is the supreme law. Article 55, Clause 2, Chair, with your permission, if I can read it for our own benefit. It says the chairperson and other members of the commission shall be paid such salaries and allowances as Parliament may prescribe. Chair, we've had a revelation that the commission sat and tried to increase some allowances and emoluments. Chair, I don't know whether the
In terms of accounting.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
And on 14th April 2026, I received a letter that revoked those additional assignments, Honorable Chair.
Okay.
So I am no longer there, Honorable Chair.
Maybe to pause there. Madam Chairperson, Miss Ejang stated that to write those instructions, you coerced her, and she brought some messages to prove that you put her under pressure. Is it true or not?
It is not true.
CI.
It is in safe custody in the office.
Okay.
But if given time, I can avail you to the committee.
Okay. Yes, accounting officer. Before you, Ms. Nansamba, did you execute roles of accounting officer?
I was given additional responsibilities on the 8th of September 2025 in relation to legal and compliance that required that, among others, I support the secretary in recording of minutes of the commission meetings. I executed that assignment to the best of my ability until on the 14th of April 2026, I received revocation of those instructions.
Did you get any verbal communication from the former accounting officer being concerned over that delegation?
No, sir, I did not.
Not. Okay, let's turn to the accounting officer. You have heard the several members' concerns and also the issue of delegation of roles and payment of this additional payment. Has it come to your knowledge that this additional payment was made, or you still make it?
Honorable you, I was not responsible, but I'm aware and I associate with what they have said. Those roles had been assigned to Mr. Mukasa and Ms. Nansamba, and they executed this.
It was even on, there was even something on WhatsApp when somebody was complaining and say, you people, how do you close a case without my knowledge? We have cases where, for example, the last adjournment, say in September, say we are coming back maybe in February, please bring your witnesses. But this person ends up receiving a letter, closing a what? Closing the case. This was a serious concern. It was a serious concern even to our field officers. I think that's what I can say.
Yes, the other commissioner, I want to capture.
Approving the how many?
411 closed in 411 closed in 2025, 136 files had and then 101 dismissed. Then the revelation you are hearing from your fellow commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, we have 2 tribunals, and each tribunal we sit 4 people chaired by the chair. In 2021, in 2025, how many were there? Oh. The sittings of the tribunal that we had in 2025, Mr. Chairman, I think for my tribunal there were around 6 or 7. Shouldn't have closed all the 400. So I don't know where they were closed from.
So you were surprised about the figure?
Yeah, so, and we can't sit in a tribunal and dismiss 400 cases, no.
Yes, then the other commissioner, you have anything?
If you add the matters we've had, we cannot even total up to 200. I think, Mr. Chairman, the simple calculation is this. How many cases did we consider in 2025?
How many?
Yes. And then, how many were awarded and how many were dismissed? When you add up, you see whether they total up to the total dismissal or closure. So I doubt whether the total amount of cases we looked at were even that number.
They are fabricating.
Yes, the other commissioner.
They are fabricating.
Thank you, Chairperson. Up to the year 5, when the tribunal starts, sits, we do consider all matters before us, and what we come out with at each tribunal is either the complaints are upheld and probably at the same time compensation awarded, or it is dismissed, or it is adjourned for further hearing. So, but for all those cases which we had up to 2025, the records should be there. The ones which were closed, which were dismissed, it was done at the...
I behaved recklessly, I apologize. But I think what I was saying is that for each one of those files which were closed, or where the hearings were terminated, there is a very good cause. And the best way, because there are many, the best way to...
Maybe, Madam Chairperson, I think the Commission has power to close a case. The question we have, can a single individual close case as the case is? Maybe, why is it that non-samba is cited in closure of cases? Yeah. Whether there is merit or not, but why empower one person to have to carry the fate of very honest and innocent applicants or petitioners to the Commission? I think that's where the issue is.
Chairperson, it's why I mentioned the complaints handling manual. Those letters which, let me say, director has been signing, by the way, even her predecessors, the previous directors of complaints, investigations, and legal services used to sign those letters on behalf of the Commission. They are not non-Samba's letters.
I think we are not after the issue of signing, but the decision to...
The complaints handling manual addresses that issue. If I suggested that maybe we share that manual again, I don't want to sound reckless.
Maybe what you can advise.
Madam Chair. No, not everyone should be on the microphone.
Madam
let's
Chair.
Let's have order. Wait. Let's have order. Yes, Honorable Daki.
Yeah, just as a way forward, I think what we do, you see, why they wanted you to be for as a tribunal to determine is to avoid bias, to ensure there is a fairness. So what you do, the cases that you closed alone, you can bring back all those files, call your commissioners, constitute a proper tribunal, and then review them and decide whether you need to close or to continue with the case. I think that's the best solution.
Yes, Honorable Nangoli.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Chairman, the commissioners have raised, they have very right. Whatever you people did with Madam Nansamba was okay, but the process, the procedure used was wrong, because you know it very well. That's why we are asking for you to give us, you don't need to bring here the files, but we need those cases in particular, with illustration how they were handled, so that we can refer them to the Commission for review. It's not that you bring us here to review them. It is not our mandate to review them. Because I heard you saying that you are going to bring them here for review. No, you need to go back on the drawing board and sit with the commissioners. At least 3, because that's the law. You are 5, 7, at least 3. Yes. And then you review and see, you get back to us. You will just come here and report that this is what we have done. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
So maybe before you get obliged, it was advisory. We have device. We shall make a finding, because our duty is to investigate and make a finding. Now, Honorable Simeo, your hand is up.
Honorable Chair, you know I'm a Christian, and the Bible says, "Speak the truth, and the truth will save you."
Well,
let us.
Okay.
UHRC has got 12 regions across the country where we have these tribunals. We have an office in Kampala, an office in Jinja, an office in Soroti, an office in Moroto. I want to be on record in Moroto, in Igulu, in Irira, in Arua, in Hoima, in Fort Potro, in Masaka, in Mbala, and Kavali. The letter I read to you, which I have submitted, is for Fort Potro. Procedurally, this file was supposed to be closed in Fort Potro during a tribunal session. That is our practice. As honorable members have mentioned, if a mistake was made, let us own it up. There's nothing to hide. Are we together? It has to be in a tribunal session among the 12 regions across the country. That is the normal procedure. Thank you, sir.
But Madam Chairperson, what are you saying?
Decision to close any case which was closed ever since I took oath as a chairperson.
Leave alone the closure. Are you also taking responsibility of any wrong procedure used?
I do take that responsibility, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So I think she has. I think now for 70 million, 70.41 million, the former accounting officer, Ewan Margaret Rusejang, also considered on record and took responsibility for the diversion, for the procurement of this furniture, as opposed to partitioning. For members, I think you recall. So we move away from 213, you move to 214, and finish 2, because we already handled the 3. Give us your quick responses before we get involved in this matter.
Thank you very much.
Let him first respond, then we open up at once.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. 2.1.4 was on low bidder participation. Honorable Chair, this had to do with the procurement processes for the construction of UHRC Moyo Field Office, and it was in respect to procurement of electrical, mechanical, and external works for Moyo and the construction itself. Honorable Chair, the Commission at first enlisted, advertised for, it called for, through call for quotations, people to construct our Moyo Field Office, and there was no response. A second attempt was made, and each case responded.
Please proceed,
Thank you, officer. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. So the issue at hand was we did the needful. We invited the public potential bidders to respond, but unfortunately the response was low. We were advised going forward to look for regional lots, and this being a procurement that is not done every day, we took the advice and we undertake, should there be a similar undertaking, say in Kasese or Kotido, we will take this advice. Otherwise, our hands were really tied. We did the needful, but the responses were low. That is all I can say on 2.1.4, Honorable Chair. I carried with me the relevant documentation showing what we did in that regard, which I will present to the committee. The 2.1.5 is contract management deficiencies. This was a question of contract managers not filing reports with on the ongoing procurements, which is a very good practice in order not to lose track of how the procurement is being managed. I must admit, Honorable Chair, and it was the admission of the accounting officer then, that there was some reluctance by some of our officers. But going forward, that has since been addressed, contract management deficiencies, and I'm happy to report, Honorable Chair, that We have contract management reports in the subsequent procurement. For instance, the contract management report in respect of construction of Moyo Field Office dated 3rd March 2026. The contract management report for hotel services for human rights training workshop for prisons officers dated April 4th August 2025. Contract management report for staff organization development workshop, the regulatory impact assessment for the national civic education,
Have you availed us
among
with
others.
copies? Have you availed with
They are
copies of
all
that?
here. They are all here. Whatever I'm mentioning, Honorable Chair.
Have you availed our secretariat?
I avail them after speaking to them. We've come with them today.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a reluctance in that regard, but we have since strengthened this, and we pledge to continue doing better in line with what I've just presented. Honorable Chair, the 2.2.3 was failure to dispose of vehicles that had exceeded their useful lives. Mr. Chairman, we did not dispose of these vehicles according to the explanation given by the former accounting officer, was because of poverty. There was a fear to dispose of the only available vehicles, which was not right, but the situation forced the commissioner at the time to do that. And the Auditor General advised that the commission should seek more funding from Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to purchase vehicles.
Yes, procedure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm not seeing the clerk to this committee. I don't know.
nga bwe mwawulidde mpozi kasooke na kino nti akakiiko kano ak'eddembe ly'obuntu katondebwawo mu mwaka 1996. nze yali mugenzi medical gwa kiko owokusatu omulundi nti akakiiko kano abasookera ssentebe w'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu asookedde ddala okuyitibwa okulabikako mu kakiiko ka Kosase. Omulundi ogwasooka okuyitibwa mu kakiiko ka Kosase gwali mu akakiiko aka palamenti oba 11th palamenti ewedde etali eno. Akakiiko ako aka Kosase ebiseera ebyo kaali kakulirwa ow'ekitiibwa Medad Lubega Sseggona, naye okulabikako mu kakiiko ako kiki lwaki gwe gwali omulundi gwange ogwasookera ddala okulabikako mu kakiiko ako, naye sijja genda mu bingi nti oba bampita mu mwoyo mubi, naye nkimanyi nti kyali kyakazuulibwa nti waaliwo information eyali eweereddwa omukulembeze w'eggwanga nga yekussa ku abamu ku babaka ba palamenti. Kye nayitamu bwe bampita mu kakiiko k'ow'ekitiibwa Sseggona, kankiyite public lynching oba mu Luganda mujja kunsonyiwa Oluganda olulimi lwange oba olwokusatu oba olwokuna sirumanyi bulungi. Kaakati nalabiseeko neera na wano. Kaakati wambuuziza nti obiraba otya ebibaddewo. Bakampita kati omulundi gwange ogwokuna okulabika mu kakiiko kano. Mwawulidde Oweekitiibwa ssentebe w'akakiiko kano agamba nti tetunnamala naawe, ssaawa yonna tuyinza okuyita n'okomawo. So katulabe bano ba honorable members abatukiikirira ffe twabalonda, buli kye bakola nti twala nti bakikola mu mwoyo mulungi. Kaakati ekyo ekibuuzo nze ku lwange kiba kizibu okiddamu, naye mu bumpi tulinde ebinaava mu lipooti y'akakiiko. Ngambye nti kaakati okay, engeri gye nayisibwamu bwe nalabika mu kakiiko k'Oweekitiibwa Sseggona yali si ya bulijjo, ndowooza nkikomyawo bwe ntyo.
Tino weyogeredde n'ogamba nti byonna ebibaddewo ku nsonga y'okutuuza kundeeza oba olina okutuuza ddala eri abantu abalina eddembe ly'emulugunya
kooti zaffe
webalire ku gwe byagenda obulungi n'ebigenda.
Kaakati ngambye nti nze nga ssentebe w'akakiiko kano ate nze nga akulira kooti eyo bw'eba etudde ntwala obuvunaanyizibwa ku misango gyonna egyagobebwa, egyagalwawo n'egyo egyakirizibwa. Kyesimanyi lwaki kati mwe muli b'amawulire oluusi tubayita mu kooti zaffe ezo ne mutuulamu. Mumanyi nti waliwo emisango gye tuzze tukkiriza mu mateeka kye tuyita upholding a case, ne tulagira ne gavumenti eriyirire abo abaakosebwa ba victims. Egyo emisango gye giri, naye ekineewunyisa nti teri agyogerako. Kyowulira kimu kyokka, adibaganyiza emirimu, agoba emisango, naye ate waliwo emisango mingi gye tuzze tukkiriza. Naye n'ekirala ekineewunyisa, courts of judicature nga bwe tuziyita, kooti zino nga Human Rights Commission tenatondebwa nawo, kooti zino ezibaddewo, nze ndi munnamateeka ndi pulida nga sinagenda mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu, nali ngenda mu zikooti okuwolereza abantu. Emisango mingi egigobebwa buli lunaku nga kooti zigoba emisango egyo. Bwe nali nkolanga pulida in private practice, nali mpolereza abantu bangi. Actually obukugu bwange obusinga bwali mu misango egy'ettaka n'emisango egyanagomola, criminal cases. Emyaka 3 gye namala nga ndi pulida eyeekozesa yekka, mu bantu bonna be nawolereza mu misango egyanagomola, omu yekka eyasingisibwa omusango. Egisigadde gyonna gyagobebwa, era n'oyo eyasingisibwa omusango omu oyo bwe nakola apiiru ku kooti eyawaggulu, omusango ogwo gwamugibwako. Obukugu bwange bwali mu criminal cases, naye saalabako oba omulamuzi yenna owa kooti nga bamuyita oba mu parliamentary annyonnyole lwaki agoba emisango. Today tulina abantu abaamibwa beyiro, abamu emisango gyabwe gigobebwa, emisango mingi egikwatagana n'okusaatulula obufumbo, egy'ettaka. Kati baabo tunaatera okuwulira kugenda mu misango gya election petitions egyava mu kulonda, emisango egy'ettaka, adoption cases. Waliwo emisango petitions ezigenda mu kooti ya ssemateeka, constitutional court. Egimu gigobebwa, egimu ne bagikkiriza. Naye oba luliba lumu ne ndabako Ssaabalamuzi wa Uganda ng'ayitiddwa mu kakiiko ka Kosasi oba akakiiko konna aka palamenti annyonnyole lwaki kooti zigoba emisango. Ye kati lwaki nze gwe bayita buli olukya okunnyonnyola lwaki tugoba emisango. naye ate ne batayogera ku misango emingi ennyo gye tuze tukkiriza. Singa kyali kituufu nti buli musango gwe batuleetera tugoba mugobe, singa abantu bannansi ba Uganda tebakyaleeta kwemulugunya kwabwe eriffe, naye bamanyi nti waliwo emisango gye tugoba ne gye tukkiriza. Naye nga tugigoba tutya? Okusalawo ku musango gwonna weesigama ku bintu ebyo bibiri: obujulizi obuleeteddwa n'amateeka. Naye ate ssemateeka agamba oyo yenna anaaba tamatidde n'ensala y'akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu wademba okujulirawa mu high court. So lwaki abawulira nti si bamativu n'ensalawo oba ya chairperson biki, lwaki bo tebagendako mu high court? Eteeka terigamba nti atamatidde n'okusalawo kwa kooti y'eddembe ly'obuntu ajulira mu palamenti oba ajulire wa kaliisoliiso.